welcome to Louisville. Your thoughts on the experience so far since arriving?
Yeah, I mean, I've only been here a couple of days, so it's just getting used to everything, getting over some jet lag. So that's just been it really, but obviously I want to try and get out and explore as much as I can, so yeah.
What was how familiar were you with racing, and what was the conversation like when they first approached you and you started considering coming here?
So I was familiar with it from probably day one, so when racing announced that they wanted to obviously join the NWSL, and in my head I was like, I want to be a part of that, I want to join it, because I wasn't too far, I was in Nashville before. So I've kind of been aware of it for a while, since they began. So obviously when the conversation came about, it was a no-brainer, and it was like, yes, I want to be a part of that and join the squad. So yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer, and I wanted to be a part of it.
How did you kind of work through knowing what the transition would be like? It's obviously a different league than the WSL. What was that conversation like, or that process like for you?
Yeah, so I kind of knew what the NWSL was about in comparison to the WSL. Obviously it's a very transitional game, whereas probably more of a tactical game in England. So I just knew that I had to be prepared for a lot of running. Obviously, hopefully I can bring that tactical side from England into the NWSL here. So.
Yeah, Rebecca, Kim kind of mentioned you bring more of an aggressive style of play, even so y'all here in training. You know, how much is that kind of adjustment like here now, kind of working early on with this team?
Yeah, obviously meetings need to be had. I need to get up to speed with a lot of things. But I don't want to change my style of play. I just want to obviously bring it into this game and hopefully help the girls in the process in the back line. So you definitely need to be aggressive. You're coming up against strong physical players. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to change my game in that sense. I'm just going to keep bringing it, so yeah.
How long have you actually been in town? Like just a couple of days?
Since Monday evening. So I don't even count Monday, so maybe Tuesday. Yeah.
Have you had any early opportunity to try to explore city?
Not really. Honestly, just a drive through, and then the girls have obviously told me about some food spots. I got told to get the word watermelon into this interview by Amina, because she'll get me a coffee, and I love my coffee. So I just got myself a free coffee for that. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's very exciting. When you come to a new place, what's your process for learning about it? How do you discover things that you want to do and just learn about the place that you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously being a footballer, you travel all the time, especially with international, so you're always around different cultures, meeting new players. So the best way is just to get to know the girls, and obviously people that have already been here know all the spots. So just hanging out with them, and hopefully, they can show me a bit about Louisville and stuff like that. And even when we travel for games, hopefully explore a bit more. So I guess that's the best way to do that.
Do you think it helps to arrive at almost the same time as Alex and kind of have the same experience of just having to adjust and get here?
Yeah, obviously I would have liked to have been here for pre-season and everything, same as all the other girls, because obviously that's where maybe you start to develop bonds and stuff like that. It's hard coming into a group that's maybe already developed relationships, but obviously it's good coming in the same time as Alex, because we're kind of in the same place with that. But obviously the girls have been so friendly, so welcoming, so they've been great in making the transition over, so yeah.
Just you look at this team, it has a young core, you kind of mentioned Amita, but adding veteran pieces, you, Alex, Nadia, so much around. I mean, where do you think the potential could be with this team moving forward?
Yeah, so I've actually never been called a veteran, so I appreciate that. I still want to be a young player. But no, obviously it's so good to have a mix within the squad, because obviously the young ones can then learn from us older players that have been in and around the game. So it's always good to just have a good mix rather than just all young players. So yeah, like I said, I hope to bring that to the squad, and if the young players have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, and I mean I'll be asking loads of questions too, so we'll all just be learning off each other.
There's quite an British Isles contingent here, I guess you could describe, with Ebony, and you've got Gemma, you've got Julie, obviously. Do you lean on them for good tea spots or anything that will make you at least feel a little bit familiar with back home, or?
Yeah, so I'm more of a coffee drinker actually, so I think they were a bit offended when I said I didn't drink tea. But no, Gemma's obviously been great with helping us get set up with things and everything. And yeah, it's obviously nice having girls from home that obviously understand moving away and being away from your family, friends, things like that. So yeah, no, they've been great. But yeah, I just haven't gotten the tea side of things.